good morning, good evening, or good afternoon to our worldwide visitors as well. The temperature right now, it's already over 70 degrees. It's not quite as humid as yesterday, but getting close. Blue sky, some nice fluffy clouds, and a slight breeze. Not much, I wish it was more. It would keep the mosquitoes down as well as cool me off. So again, I want to say welcome to our worldwide visitors as well as our pond chat moderators, and most importantly, our PTZ driver. And I'm not too sure what driver we've got going today, but I'm going to explain what a PTZ driver is to our audience here at the Bear Center. Our pan, tilt, and zoom driver is the person that manages our camera that's up here on a post by the observation deck. It's actually in the center of the observation deck, and it must be a good 20 to 25 feet high. And it allows our worldwide visitors to pan, tilt, and zoom in on the action. So PTZ driver, I have Ted toward the food shed. Ted Bear is toward the food shed. We also have Holly Bear and Honey Bear. They are out and about. And we're looking for the two females, Holly and Honey Bear. And we don't know where either one of them are. We've been looking for about 10 minutes. PT backwash when you hear my voice, so I'm kind of standing out of the breeze. PTZ driver Sharon has gone up toward the far left falls. She's going to actually be walking around the pond looking for the two females, Holly and Honey. While she's doing that, I guess I got to brag a little bit. Well, I shouldn't say that. I think I just got lucky this morning. Around 8 o'clock this morning, I kind of want to know if Holly Bear knows my voice. So about 8 o'clock, I came out here before the waterfalls, and no other bears were out. I started to call Holly, and I said, Holly, Holly Bear, Holly, Holly Bear, Holly, you're okay, Holly, you're okay. PTZ driver, focus at the tree line, focus at Sharon. Holly Bear is coming from her deadfall. Again, PTZ driver, focus on Sharon. She has got an eyeball on Holly, I think. I'll finish. Oh, I think we have two females over there. I think we have Holly and Honey. I think that's what Sharon's trying to signal me as, that we have Holly and Honey in the tree line, beyond the tree line. And that's why I believe Sharon backed away. But I'll finish my story as around 8 o'clock, Holly actually came down in the viewing area around 8 o'clock. And I was calling her from about the location of the scale. PTZ driver, Honey Bear is coming at the tree line. She's coming out. That's Honey Bear at the tree line coming toward the swing. We have Ted Bear at the scale. Ted doesn't know it's not Tuesday. Tuesday is weigh-in day for the bears. And Ted weighs in at about 553 most recently. And Honey Bear is out and about on the far left falls for the PTZ driver. Yeah. PTZ driver, Honey's coming over the rock bridge. She may be headed to the window den. One of our great bear educators here is making a cube for Honey Bear, and she's going to be throwing it out momentarily by the pat tree. She really gave that a heave-ho, but that's okay. Honey didn't flinch. We actually have Honey and Ted unusually close together at the moment, but I've seen Honey give Ted a look like, stay where you are. Went off mic to get an update on Holly Bear. Honey Bear was in the forest beyond the tree line, kind of hanging out watching Holly Bear. And Holly Bear is not going to come out of her safe deadfall with Honey around. So Honey and Ted both are down by the viewing area for the PTZ driver. They're both within 10-15 feet of each other, Ted and Honey. Sharon has gone back, PTZ driver, Sharon has gone back to the forest line, the tree line. See if she can coax Holly out. Honey Bear is moving back again. Honey is going across the bridge. Honey is going back. It looks like Honey has got a mission, and the mission is not to allow Holly to come out front. This is exceptional bear behavior. I can't tell you how very informative this is. Honey came out for the food. She saw Sharon go back to the tree line. She does not want Holly Bear to come out, and she's going to go teach her a lesson. It is a matriarchal society in the wild. Holly has been treed numerous times by Honey. PTZ driver Honey is at the swing. PTZ driver Honey Bear is at the swing. Ted Bear is by the pat tree. Holly Bear is in her deadfall. Honey's not fooling some of us. She left that cube that Ted is now working on. She went back to the tree line, and beside the food that Sharon threw at her to slow her down, her mission is to find Holly and keep her treed. Mike again, I apologize. I just had a little discussion with Sharon, and Sharon says she thinks it's extremely doubtful Holly will come down because Honey Bear is on a mission, and again, to teach Holly the rules of the 2.5 acres here at the North American Bear Center. This is behavior that is indicative of what you might see in the wild. As I said, in the wild, it is a matriarchal society. The females run the show. In this Ely area, a female who has cubs, or excuse me, just a female, their typical territory is around 6 or so miles. And when that female has cubs, she will grant part of her 5, 6, or 7 mile territory to her female yearlings, and only the female yearlings. She kicks the males away, and she does not allow the males to stay in her food territory that she. So every female who becomes pregnant, has female cubs, she actually gives them a starter part of their territory and continue to grant starter territory to every female offspring. They grant nothing to the males. Let's talk a little bit about the bears we have out here. We have Ted Bear. He's a 17-year-old male. He's the largest male bear here, at approximately 553 pounds. He has always been a captive bear. Honey Bear, yes, she is a black bear, but she is a cinnamon phase black bear. She is 18 and also has always been in captivity. Both Ted and Honey were born on a game farm and have never known the challenges of living in the wild. There are significant differences in living in the wild versus captivity, and I'll just name a few. In captivity, a bear can live into their 30s. In captivity, they always have a good food year. At least we certainly hope so, because the humans are the major food givers in captivity. So they should always have a good food year. They have access to veterinary care. And of course, in captivity, they don't have to worry about hunting, and they don't have to worry about cars or trucks hitting them on the road. In the wild, it's a much different story. They may or may not have a good food year. In the year 2013 and 2012, here in the Ely area, they had exceptional food years. 2011 was extremely poor and a tough year for the wild bears. Also in the wild, they have no access to veterinary care. And of course, in many states, there is a hunting season, and there is a 6-week hunting season in the state of Minnesota, and as well as their biggest predator is us humans driving cars or trucks that may hit them on the road. Holly Bear, PTZ driver Holly Bear, is at the tree line. PTZ driver, focus on the tree line. Again, PTZ driver, focus directly at the tree line. She came and looked around. I suspect she saw Ted, but we've moved Honey away. The quieter everybody is on the deck, the better. She may come down if she doesn't see Honey. And we've purposely moved Honey away and hopes to give you all an opportunity to see Holly Bear. And PTZ driver Holly Bear is near the swing. PTZ driver Ted is going to cruise from the rock bridge, and he is going to head toward the swing. I'm not too sure if he's looking for Holly Bear or food. I first suspect food. We got better than a 50-50 chance that Holly Bear will come out with Ted. We have a very poor chance if Honey makes another appearance. And for those of you worldwide visitors, we're now experiencing a short shower. It's starting to rain here a little bit, and the wind is picked up. PTZ driver, we have Ted at the swing, where Holly just was a few minutes ago. It's not unlike Ted to cruise around the pond looking for scraps of food that one of the other bears may have missed. Ted has not shown a lot of curiosity about Holly, which is kind of interesting to us, because 7 years ago, Ted took a very big brother role in the upbringing of Lucky Bear. Lucky Bear is our 7-year-old male who is not out at the moment, but he took a very motherly role toward the upbringing of Lucky, and he does not appear to be showing that type of interest with Holly. In fact, he knows she's here, but is really just not paying much attention. Lucky Bear, on the other hand, just a couple days ago, this last week and a half, Lucky and Holly have been seen in some playful modes, very friendly and gentle play, and that isn't surprising to us. We do think in the end that, or at least I do, that maybe Lucky and Holly will be playmates. PTZ driver Ted is at the swing, combination play and marking behavior. And I'll talk a little bit about Honey, although she's not here at the moment. Honey is doing what an older female will do to a yearling like Holly, and Ted's coming back toward the bridge. I think he saw Sharon. It's like, that's a food bucket to me. Holly Bear, I think, may be in the white pine. PTZ driver Holly Bear is about 12 feet in the white pine. The white pine, for those of you here at the Bear Center, it is on the left. It is the largest forked tree on the left that is half dead. Holly was at about the 12-foot level on a branch, and now I've lost her. Confirm Holly Bear is still in the white pine at approximately the 12 to 14-foot level for the PTZ driver. Ted Bear is at the pat tree. Sharon's going to go toward the white pine and visit a little bit with Holly Bear. You folks here at the North American Bear Center, as well as you folks on the Worldwide Podcast right now, have really observed some exceptional bear interaction and behavior. Why is Holly Bear in a white pine? Well, Holly Bear's in a white pine because it is their favorite refuge tree. And why is that? Holly Bear right now is in Lucky's cub tree. 7 years ago, Lucky grew up with that tree as his place of refuge. And Holly has picked the same tree. And it's not because Lucky picked it, it's because it's a white pine. A white pine's bark is very hard. It doesn't come off very easy. It doesn't flake. And it's also slightly curved. It's curved just nice enough for cubs, black bear cubs, to climb it very easily. If you look at a red pine, or maybe a birch, or even some of these aspen that we have here in the 2.5 acres, trying to climb that, the bark is either slippery, it falls off and flakes, and is challenging for a cub to climb. Not true of a black bear, of a white pine for a black bear. Lucky still climbs that white pine today. It's been a week or two since he's been in it, but he will climb it up to about the 18-foot level, approximately 18-foot level. Holly Bear has gone much higher than that. Lucky clearly has a few branches that he likes. but Holly Bear is exploring all the way up really to the to where it begins to show that the white pine is dying. For those of you observing Holly Bear right now, you're also observing Holly with one of her surrogate mothers, and that's Sharon. Holly Bear has bonded with 2 staff members, and Sharon's one of them. If you look at Holly Bear closely, Holly Bear's face and her legs are black, and on her back she's really kind of brown, dark brown. Well, that brown really is the winter coat that she is shedding, and the other bears are also shedding their coat. It's just not Holly Bear. Ted is also shedding. If you look at Ted, he's laying down there. If you look at Ted very carefully, Ted is a black bear. But if you look at his back, there's shades of brown, of dark brown. And that's his undercoat, his winter undercoat that he will be shedding. The best example of shedding is really Honey Bear, but she's not out at the moment. But the lighter colored hair on Honey's back is all undercoat coming out. And when Honey goes into a hibernation in November, she will be a deep chocolate brown, like a Hershey's chocolate bar. The wind has picked up here a little bit while I've been talking, and it's become quite overcast. For the PTZ driver, if you look at some of the trees, it's kind of whipping around a little bit, and I think that was a concern of Holly Bear. Holly Bear has took off and went toward the white pine. And Ted wants to check to see if Sharon has any more food. I'm going to end this broadcast here in a couple minutes, but first I want to say thank you to the Pond Chat moderators, the Facebook moderators, and all our volunteers, especially the PTZ driver that's got to keep up with me and my instructions once in a while to try to give you the best opportunity to see the action that we can. As I'm standing here right now, we have Ted laying down by the farthest left falls, and I see Holly Bear has climbed up the white pine again at approximately the 15-foot level. And as I'm looking at her right now, she's looking right in my direction. I'm standing by the scale, and she is actually not so much watching me, but she's got a great eyesight on Ted Bear. And she can also see if Honey Bear makes another appearance. I want to say thank you to the visitors here at the North American Bear Center today. Your admissions pass today is a day pass. That means you can come and go as many times as you would like today. We are open until 7 o'clock, and we are open from 9 a.m. to 7 p.m. every day from now until after Labor Day. And we hope you take an opportunity to visit us again later in the summer. Again, thank you for visiting, and wherever your travels take you, please be safe.